Hello, this is Julie Proto, and welcome to Math for Nursing. I'll be instructor for this course, and hopefully we'll get you off to a great start. This video is really just to help you navigate the course and get you going. I'm going to shrink my picture down here and get you started. If you go into My CCC, right at the myccc.corning-cc.edu website, log in with your username and password and click on Blackboard, then you will be able to access the course, which you've probably already learned how to do, but just in case you forgot. Math 1005 is our course, so I'm going to select that. And when you open it, there's always this left-hand toolbar that you can expand or you can shrink. I like to have it open so that I can click on different options, but for now I'm going to first show you the to-do sheet. So the to-do sheet is a Google Doc, and it specifically shows you what you should be working on from week to week. So week 1, you could get started on right away. The list for week 1 is a bit long compared to other weeks, so don't be too panicky if you feel like, whoa, this is just too much for this to happen. Things will be a less, less in quantity as we move forward. So the first week you've got to get some things such as your booklet. So the booklet you can see in my picture down below. The picture shows the booklet, my Math 1005. Of course, booklet is available in the bookstore. It's written by me, so you can't really find it elsewhere. It should be pretty cheap, basically hopefully less than $15, and it will be used for you to fill in notes and complete worksheets for homework in it. That's all in there, so it will be something you can actually write in and use while you're watching videos to explain the material, and it also is where you will do your homework and submit it. So I will walk you through a little bit of that. But here's our list. So these are tasks that you'll want to do during week 1. So you can see that there are a few things due next Sunday. So I pretty much have Sunday nights as a typical due date for homework. So for that week, you should be wrapping up by Sunday so that you're fresh to start new things by Monday. If you get it done earlier, that's fine too. The course, I'm going to jump back. So when I open it, the to-do sheet, when I clicked on that, it actually opens it in a new tab. So I can just tab over here to my course again. And I'm going to be in the course content page. I'm actually already there, but I'll click on it. And as you can see, the syllabus is there. And that's something you'll want to make sure you read through before you really dig into any of the material so that you're aware of the policies of the course and such. The intro material is a folder, so all the rest of these are folders for each chapter, essentially, that we'll cover. The intro material is, as it sounds, some intro videos. There is no homework in that one, but these are important little tidbits so that you know some tips about notation and format for work and things like that. So watch those. When you click in a folder, you'll see there's some files. Some, in this case, are 3 videos. They're fairly short. And then there's a PowerPoint. The PowerPoints you don't really need to use, but they're there if you so want them for reference later or whatever. A lot of the material in the PowerPoints is also in your booklet, so it's not really necessary to print that all out or anything because you'll have the booklet. The course content page, if I this time go to Chapter 1, you'll see that Chapter 1 has one video. It's just reviewing some arithmetic that is particularly useful for nursing, and there is a homework. The homework for Chapter 1 is different in format from all the rest. The homework for Chapter 1 is actually a homework that is directly in Blackboard. So all you have to do to get to it is click to launch, and you'll see some instructions. Don't feel like you're in a time crunch for this. Just have till the due date, basically, but you don't have to finish it in one sitting or anything. When you're ready, click begin, which is down here behind my view here. So that one doesn't require work to be shown, so I have that one as where you just enter your answers. You can do scratch work if you need to, but you don't need to submit that. For the future homeworks after that, I'm going back to course content, and I'm going to head into Chapter 2 for just a minute as an example. So Chapter 2 has a bit more material. Chapter 2 will actually get you going on unit conversions and reading dosage orders and actually figuring out dosages. So there are two homeworks, as you can see in this topic or this chapter. The first two videos will be really what you need to do the first homework there. Now this homework is not in Blackboard, and neither are, or as are any of the rest. So when you want to do the 2-1 homework, you'll see there's nothing really to do. You'll see directions. It says complete the 2-1 homework in your booklet, then scan what you did and submit it at this link. So that means I want to see your work for your homework, because I can really give you better feedback and help and guidance if I see your work and grade it. So what you'll do is open your booklet, literally take out a pencil and work on the problems, and then when you're ready, you scan it. So that can be done with a phone. There are several phone apps that will scan into a PDF, is the preferred version. And then when you're done scanning it, basically then you have an image of your work. And what some people do is they use their phone and they just send it as an email to themselves, so that when they open their computer email on a computer, they can just save the file on the computer and then browse their files here and then attach it. Some people will save their scan to a cloud, and so you can access it from the cloud there. So it just kind of depends on what you like to do and what works well with your device. The other thing you'll want to do is hit submit, which is down at the bottom. So once you have it scanned, attached, then you hit submit, and then I will be able to view that scanned homework and grade it, and I will manually grade it. So you'll see then feedback, and we'll get into how to do the feedback another day. That's the deal. So then once you progress, finish up that homework, then you can progress through later videos, and then you'll be ready to do the second homework in that chapter. So that's a fairly long chapter compared to others, so don't fret too much. If it looks a little bit overwhelming, that's an important one though. So I won't click into all these folders, but that's basically the gist to get you started. So you can feel free to get going right away on especially those intro videos in Chapter 1. Some of you can probably cruise right through that homework already. But if you land on any issues or questions, it is important to know how to get help. So I clicked on the to-do sheet again. It's technically still open in my other tab, but if you scroll down below the week outline, week by week outline, you'll see that there's a list of ways to get help, because it's pretty evident, and that's what I'm here for. So if you have questions of any sort, just email me. If you want to visit me, I have office hours listed here, also on the syllabus. The other thing you can do is visit my virtual office hours, Sundays and Fridays. And those you can do via just clicking on the link. So it will take you into a Blackboard Collaborate Meet, kind of like a Google Meet, but right in Blackboard, as long as it's at that time block. So anytime during that, I just kind of keep that available so any of my students can click in and ask questions. And then the Learning Commons also has tutoring. They can be visited in person, or you can schedule an appointment virtually or in person with a tutor there. But I would suggest starting with me, because I can usually directly answer your question very quickly and we'll get it all resolved. So with that, I do want to say one last thing, and that is that you will see on the syllabus, I forgot one thing. Hold on. While I'm in the to-do sheet, if you scroll down even farther past the help, you'll see that there is some ideas about scanning work. So if you're like, I don't know how to scan my work, there are a few tools here that are commonly used. And I'm not going to, you can read through which ones you might want to try. Feel free to ask me if you're having trouble, but it is best if you can submit it as a PDF file, because then it's most visibly and legible to me to read. So that's that. The last thing I wanted to mention was on the syllabus. You'll see how you're graded and other things like that. But one thing I did want to clarify was that this is an online course. It would be good to read this format information here and the rest, but the course is online. You'll submit homework online. You'll take a midterm online, and you will take a final, however, in person or in a proctored manner. So the final exam does have a date on your schedule. It is scheduled at Thursday, the September 30th at 12:15. Now, I realize that time doesn't work for everyone because of clinicals and other things. It's just easier if I designate one slot, and then once we get into the course a few weeks, I'll ask people to give me, we'll come up with some alternative time slot so that we can make sure everybody can get there. You don't have to cancel a clinical or anything. So don't worry if that time is not good for you. We'll find another time for you to take your final, but preferably that during that same week sometime. So that's the only time you're really essentially in person to take your final. And that is a standard with all of our math courses, that we have in-person or proctored finals. So with that, get started, and good luck, and don't be a stranger to asking me questions.